Hi everybody, this is Matt. Thanks for watching and welcome back. Well, a while back, one of you viewers asked me a question. You said, Matt, I'm brand new to concealed carry. How do I learn to carry with confidence? That is a great question, my friend. Absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much for asking. So let me break it down to you. I see about 3 different factors that are involved when it comes to concealed carry and carrying with confidence. First and foremost is your mind, your brain. You've made a big change in your life by getting a concealed carry permit. You now have the ability to carry a weapon on your person, which you didn't before. So what happens when we suddenly make a huge paradigm shift like that? The brain, that's not normal to us. So it's going, danger, Will Robinson, danger. Well, why is it doing that? It's like with anything. Let's say that you've done this thing, or better yet, a relationship. Let's look at a relationship between men and women. And, this applies vice versa. So you get out of a relationship that you've been in for, say, several years. Your brain has become accustomed to it, and it's used to you being with somebody. So suddenly now you're single. What happens? Your brain goes, danger, Will Robinson, danger, because it saw a pattern change and it didn't like it one bit. So what happens? You sometimes have what's called a rebound relationship, where you end up getting together with somebody else, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, because your brain, your mind said danger. It didn't like being taken out of its place of comfort. And the same thing's true with concealed carry, because you go from not carrying a firearm to carrying a firearm, and your brain is freaking out on you, basically. So we have to retrain, we have to rewire the brain and get it so it is not freaking out. And how do we do that? We do that by education and application. And one very common thing that happens with new concealed carry holders is they will give off clues and cues that other people can easily pick up on. For example, they'll start patting wherever they have the weapon. And, is it still there? Is it still there? Is it still there? And what happens with that? That draws unwarranted attention to you. Because as people, we tend to pick up on movement. That's what our eyes are looking for. They're looking for this movement in their peripheral vision. Most people that you're going to be meeting today on the street, when they're walking, they've got their eyes down, because a lot of folks don't like to make eye contact. Some people will look you directly in the eye, or they'll act like they are, but they're really staring into space. But if you make a motion like this, okay, where did your attention just go? Your attention went right out here, didn't it? Hi. So, see what I mean? So if you're doing this, that can be a bad thing. Train your mind, because you're freaking out about it more than anybody else. And you're going to have heightened awareness about it. So you just need to simply get comfortable. Training. Training is absolutely crucial, and this is where a lot of people that get into concealed carry, frankly, kind of miss the boat. They get that permit and they're like, oh yeah, I got it now, and the training stops. Well, you not only need to be trained in marksmanship, you need to be trained in other elements as well. How do you defend yourself? How can you successfully defend yourself? Now, I'll make an argument that success is not getting into a bad situation or confrontation to begin with. Think about that. So success is quite often just avoiding or de-escalating, getting away from there. Make sense? All right. But training. Training is very important. And I'm not just talking about going to the range and going plink, 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 plink. I'm talking about getting with an instructor, working through different scenarios, and then taking that and practicing at home. For example, as humans, we don't like doing things that we really don't enjoy. So we might like really going to a range, though, and going plink, 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 plink. How realistic is that in a self-defense situation? How many indoor ranges will actually allow you to draw from concealment, to draw from a holster? Now, at outdoor ranges, that's different. Indoor ranges where a lot of people go shoot, not so much. And what do we not like to practice? Draw strokes. So practice that. Practice doing draw strokes. Practice doing reloads. But do this with gun safety in mind. Do it with an unloaded, completely safe weapon where there is absolutely no ammunition around. And you've double and triple checked how that weapon is. But keep getting training. If you have the availability of, say, simulation training, go. Take it, absolutely. If you can go for a trip and do a 2, a 3, a 4-day training seminar somewhere where your entire focus is on that with professional instructors, by all means, avail yourself to that opportunity. And it doesn't hurt any to get out of town and go on a vacay, especially something like that. Training is absolutely wonderful. Familiarity is my third point. Now, when I started to conceal carry, I was 21 years old. I mean, it was literally on my birthday when I turned 21 that I started carrying, because that's when I began working for the sheriff's department. And there was a learning curve associated with it. And even carrying on your duty belt, that was different. But eventually you get used to it. And so the same thing is true with concealed carry. Based on the time of the year, how are you going to carry? You're going to carry outside the waistband in something like this? Are you going to carry inside the waistband? You're going to wear a shoulder rig? You're going to wear an ankle rig? Every option that you're utilizing for your present carry, you need to practice that. How do you actually get to your weapon? How do you successfully draw? A big mistake that I see that just happens from human nature is quite often somebody might be carrying, say, in a shoulder rig. So they go to reach for it because they're used to it being there, and suddenly, where is it? It's not there. Because they didn't practice something else. They didn't know that, for example, their brain just kind of shorted out on them for a moment, and they didn't realize that right back here, they had a firearm, okay? So, practice, familiarity. It doesn't matter if you've got an empty magazine and there's nothing in the chamber. You have to practice everything. So if you're wearing this thing around your house and you're sitting down and you're getting used to how it feels, for example, I'm wearing IWB inside the waistband right now, but if you're getting used to how it feels, great. Now, I know that there's some people out there that are going to go, well, you should just carry it loaded all the time and blah, blah, blah. And essentially they're questioning your manhood, or your womanhood for that matter, saying, well, why aren't you doing that? If you're practicing, safety is paramount. Because when are most bad things going to happen? It's going to happen when you're practicing something like this, and let's say that you can't get it out of that belt because it's too snug, or you're just kind of teasing it a little bit. Now, this is where training comes in. Because if you're going to pull a weapon, for example, you're going to have to automatically be able to come back like this and then quickly get it up, get it into a position like so, and then push out. But that's practice, that's training. From a safety standpoint, then reholstering is a dangerous process. You need to be very aware of that and extremely careful, because a lot of people can even be just fiddling with a holster and shoot themselves. It happens. Read the news. I'm not lying. How many training accidents or accidents happen in the home because somebody gets into a cleaning operation? Because take, for example, this Glock. What do you have to do in order to strip this down to clean it? You have to pull the trigger, right? Always make a habit of making sure that there's nothing in that mag, nothing in the chamber before you do that. But I digress. Anyway, you can learn to carry concealed, and you can do it with confidence with practice. Practice, training your mind, because frankly, just being here and talking to you folks right now, did I notice this back here? No. Nope. Because I'm comfortable with it. I know that it's there. I know where to reach to it because I've trained myself how to get at it. I know how to draw it. But was I really aware of it? No, because it's a regular thing. So train your mind, make your mind behave itself, get some training, train your body, train your reflexes, learn how to defend yourself, learn how to avoid conflicts whenever possible, and just take it a step beyond how many other people there are out there that just get to a point and they go, hey, I've accomplished something, I know something, and they quit. So continue. Everything that we do in life, we should take every little bit and we should learn something from it. And it's not just about this, it's about how we do our work, how you even drive. You can pick up driving skills. So anyway, I could continue this video for a long time talking about such stuff, and I won't. But anyhow, thanks again for the question. I hope that this helps. And until next time, everybody, thanks for watching. Have a good one and be safe out there.